Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it dropped, whole game in the chokehold. I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind. Handle your business, handle your business. Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Run. Here we go.
Wentz to throw on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield, otherwise that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
13. 180.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
21. 13. Go ahead.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how this?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarek McKinnon scampering home from 19 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense.
Alshon Jeffrey, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 43 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's James. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They run with Ajayi. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, Wentz. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start out on the ground with a Giant. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. They give him a gain of 38.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, a run with Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second
and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield, and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
21.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
12.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
6.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Garçon with his first grab, good enough for a first down. Garoppolo on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here will go to the...
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they screaming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He completes it to Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz and the names that end in TZ.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A good pickup there, a 22. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So he's going to throw the football.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Carr. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Down, 180.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Monday down. 29. 29. Get set. 180. 58. 58. Go, go. Get set. Get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
6-18. Purdue. 6-18. 24.
From the gun, it's Carr. And some room to work. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
734. Go Chief. 808.
Now Carr to try again after the pick-6. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Down. 24. 24. Low.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Raider 1. 734. 734. 637.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
694. White.
Carr now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
808. Go. Get set. Hey, 734. Hey, 734. You can't block me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Down! You ready? Where's your hut? Hut? Yeah. You don't want none? Check 15. Check 15.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Monday down. Purdue. Down. You ready?
From the gun, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Go. Run.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. Step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3 with a...
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Monday, down. You want it, 808. Low. Purdue.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Gold. Out, and the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told. He's taken down back shy of the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And before they... They can run this third down play. We're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
That is right. You're mine. Get set. Blue 80. Purdue. 47's the mic. Go Chief. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing his car on third down. He finds Roberts, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
29. Purdue. 6:37.
Operating from the gun. Carr over the middle, complete. It's Nelson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFleur. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
24. Down. 180. 7:34.
Carr to throw again. Roberts with it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
White. 6:37. Purdue.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
7:34. 29. 29.
Again, it's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Purdue. 6:37. Was it hot?
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. He's coming. We got double up.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Blue 80. 24. White. 637.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Golden Tate's gonna go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 85 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
Down! Blue 80! $734. You're mine. Low, low, low. 694.
58 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Carr now on 1st down. Pass incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. Savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
694. Get set. 180. 29. 29.
58, right over there. Right
That's
over
it.
there. Like 58, right there.
29.
Check 3, check
That's it.
To throw again. Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. 7. This is 3rd and 10.
734. Deuce right.
Carr now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. LaFell, the intended receiver. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He got 29 yards that time.
Double tight, double tight.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Get down, get down. Wide 85.
Watch the edge.
29.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. Rolling to his left. Lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. Carr to Nelson, 61 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17.
Monday, down. Blue 80. 6. 694. 808. 637. Hey, 734.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Get set. Blue 80.
Oh, look at this play call. This winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Eagles continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Low, low, low. Get set. You're wide 8-8. 808. Low, low, low. Low, low, low.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's a hot, hot, hot.
Stop here, Nate. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Coming.
To throw his car. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Raider 2.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down.
Get down, get down. 180.
Check safety. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Raiders on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
You're mine. Down. Blue 80. 29. 29. 29. 29.
Now Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. Now Carr, flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Monday, down. 180. 24. 29. 29. Hey, 734. What's up?
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Out.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Down. 180. Come do. What's up?
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Hey, 734.
Shotgun now for Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Please. Don't go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 48 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Four down. Down. Blue 80. Raider 2. Where's it? Hot. Where's it? Hot.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Down. 180. Mike 5-4. What's it on? Mike 5-4.
Carr going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be third and forever.
Get set. White 80. White.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On play action. Now Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. 30 yards. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 42 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
No, she's at
She's
least
on like the 5th tune at this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Chief.
Side to the right, boys. Side to the right. Move.
Get down. Blue 80. Hey, 734.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
694. White.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
808. 24. Low.
Mike's by four. Let him know.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Graham in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Down! Blue 80!
He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82.
24.
Here we go.
You're mine.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
29. 29. Come here.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. I'm coming.
That's right.
From the gun, Carr. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 6:37.
Time to go. Night, night.
Purdue.
54. Mike 54.
Listen, hut. That's it.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
Going forward. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jordan Hicks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Carr. Broken tackle there for Nelson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Down. Wide 85. .734. Purdue. 6:18.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Monday
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
6-18.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Down, Blue 80, 734, 637. Hey, 734. 58, right over there, yeah, Mike.
From the gun, Carr, he's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Hey, here we go.
Now Carr again, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the
thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet him a bite, and at least in no beamer, I'm grinding.